Before I start this video, I just want to say that these are just my thoughts about the Paper Mario series. I'm not here to bash any of the games or make fun of anyone for liking games that I don't like. I simply want to share my feelings on the series after seeing the trailer for Origami King. I consider the first two Paper Mario games to be among my all-time favorite games. The stories, the characters, the combat, the leveling system, the environments, they were all beautifully crafted and well executed. These were some of the games that helped me fall in love with video games as a kid. They each had their own unique styles and personalities that helped them stand out from other Nintendo games, and that's part of the reason why I love them so much. When Super Paper Mario came out, I gotta admit, I was disappointed at first. This wasn't the Paper Mario I grew up on, the one I was expecting to play. However, over time, I grew to love the game for its amazing story and its interesting mechanics. It wasn't the game I wanted, but that ended up not mattering in the end. I took it in stride and waited patiently for a Paper Mario game that would return to its roots. That game never came. The Paper Mario series has been drastically changed from what it once was, becoming an action-adventure game instead of an RPG. It started relying too much on paper gimmicks and paper puns instead of having paper simply be the aesthetic of the characters and the world. The change between the Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario was significant, but the change between the Thousand Year Door and Sticker Star and Color Splash was dramatic. Sticker Star and Color Splash were entirely new types of games in the world of Paper Mario. From the battle system to navigating the world to the diversity of characters, everything had been fundamentally changed to the point where I wouldn't even call them Paper Mario games anymore. That doesn't mean that they weren't good as standalone games. I know that there are some people out there that like one or both of these games, but they were changed so drastically that they didn't resemble the first two games in any way. And that goes for Super Paper Mario as well. While I eventually grew to love the game, it was still changed to the point where it wasn't the same type of game as the first two. It did retain many of the elements from the first two games, such as the partners, the interesting characters and story, and the hub world, but it was different enough to the point where it no longer felt like a traditional Paper Mario game. When a rumor started going around about a new Paper Mario releasing this year that was supposedly returning to its roots, I started getting really excited. Maybe, after 16 years, we would finally be getting another proper entry in the Paper Mario series. Nintendo finally dropped a surprise trailer for this rumored game, and it left me feeling very disappointed. Now let me be clear, it is impossible to judge an entire game based on a 2-minute gameplay trailer. However, what I saw in those 2 minutes does not give me hope for this new entry. Origami King looks to me like Sticker Star and Color Splash. From the look to the over-the-top paper references and gimmicks, it feels more like the last two entries than the first two entries. While it appears to have some sort of battle system with crowds, it looks nothing like what I would expect from a traditional Paper Mario game. This arena-style combat that sees you trying to line up groups of enemies to attack is a far cry from the simple turn-based mechanics found in the originals. The amount of coins you can carry is insanely high and makes me worried that you will be buying one-time items to use in a fight like cards and stickers instead of using badges and equipment to improve your stats. The RPG elements I expect to see in a Paper Mario game are simply nowhere to be found. And the same goes for the diversity of characters. Most of the characters I saw in this trailer look generic. A standard Bob-omb, a standard Koopa, a standard Kamek. Where are the characters like Flavio, Junior Troopa, and Rockhawk? Again, I know it's just a 2-minute trailer, but if characters like these do exist in Origami King, Nintendo could have done a better job featuring them in this trailer. The point is, Origami King does not look like the Paper Mario game that I and many other people want. Instead of reverting back to the gameplay of the first two games and innovating based on that formula, Nintendo appears committed to sticking with the dramatic changes they made to the series back with Sticker Star and Color Splash. I don't know why they seem so reluctant to make another RPG Paper Mario game, but I'm starting to lose hope that we'll ever get another entry like that again. I hope Origami King turns into another Super Paper Mario for me, where I'm disappointed at first but grow to love it over time. The story actually has me very intrigued, and I don't see any overworld map, which are two big improvements for me. Only time will tell if this game ends up being more than what I think it is. I obviously reserve my final judgment until I've actually played the game, but for now, I remain disappointed that a new true RPG Paper Mario game remains nowhere to be found.